enjoyed that.
Evidence-Based Families by Allie and Joe.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Evidence-Based Families. This is a different kind of video because it's a little bit of a capsule, an informative capsule, in which we're gonna work a little bit more on strategies from the video we saw last week and the topic we had, which was screen time for kids. So before we get started on the strategies, we want to recap a little bit on what we talked about last week in case you missed last week's episode.
So on screen time, we reviewed an article by the Canadian Pediatric Society. Screen time can have positive effects, but it has a lot of negative effects too, especially when you use a lot of screens with kids. So basic side effects that are negative, you can have changes in behavior, delays in the development of speech. You can also have physical effects like obesity and lack of sleep, and you can also have a very bad and detrimental effect, which is social isolation. So in order to deal with those effects, you have to minimize screen time, mitigate its bad effects, know and be mindful of what your kids watch, and model the correct attitudes you want for your kids. So based on those 4 things, we've put together a little list of recommendations and options and strategies you can apply at home to deal with screen time in your families. And there you come, right now.
Strategy number 1. Limit screen times to your kids to no more than 2 hours a day. This is because most of the negative effects of screen time are shown to appear after 2 hours of exposition of screen time to the kids. This is, to put a clear example of this, our oldest child, Amelia, who was 4, after spending 2 hours, or even less of screen times a day, she gets very cranky, she cries over everything, she gets in a very bad mood, which magically disappears after 15-20 minutes out in the backyard. So try it. Observe your child and try it.
Fact number 2. 2. Spotify. And I'm saying Spotify just to say something. Find an audio streaming service. Why? Because most of the videos that you watch on YouTube, they have songs and stuff. You can find those songs in Spotify. So if they like the video, they'll probably like the song too. So you just put Spotify, shut down the screen, have the kid listen to the song and live that music at the same time he or she involves him or herself into some other activity that is going to make them physically active, and they don't have to sit down and interact with the screen, which is the whole point here. So find something you like, Google Music, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, and give the chance to your kids to find that music there and just enjoy the sounds, okay? Forget about the screens.
Strategy number 3. Try to find as much interactive TV shows as possible so your child can spend those 2-hour tops of screen time being active, not a passive user. Some examples of active TV shows that promote the active participation are Dora and Friends, for instance, from Nick Jr., Blaze and the Monster Machines is one also. I'm sure there's many others, but those are the 2 examples that apply to our kids. So do your homework and find some that your child can use.
Fact number 4. 4. So, you have to learn about what your kids watch on television or in your cell phones. It's pretty simple just to have them watch something, but once you actually get involved, you're gonna see, whoa, what's my kid listening or watching in this YouTube thing? So make sure you know what your kids are watching. Select the programs they can or not and explain them why. Trust me, they will understand. It is not that hard. Once you become mindful of what they watch, you are going to see that things are going to change. It's going to make you more aware of what can they or can't they watch, and because or why and the reasons why.
Strategy number 5. Try to find as many interactive apps as you possibly can in order for your child to be active in the use of apps in your phone and tablets. This is because, once again, as we said in the episode before, reduces the possibilities of your child becoming obese because of screen time. Some interactive apps are language learning apps, which is one of the ones our child uses, which is interactive, asks for her to think, which is promoting critical thinking, and she is actually learning something. So I'm sure there are many others out there. check out whatever your child is doing in using apps and try to make them active users.
Fact number 6. Caregivers. Granddads, grandmoms, aunts, uncles, lady who cleans at your house, they interact with your kids too. And trust me, they will make them watch television because your kids are annoying. If not, they would not be watching this video. So you have to teach them too about these strategies. What can your kid watch? How long is it permitted for the kid to use the cell phone, the TV, the tablet, the computer? So teach your caregivers, what are the rules in your house? They have to respect those rules. And trust me, when they start applying these strategies, they're going to see a change in your kids' behavior and reactions. So make sure you involve the caregivers, because trust me, all you want is the welfare of your kid.
Strategy number 7, modeling. Modeling is the key to everything in discipline and raising children. If you model, if your child sees that you are able to not use your phone when you're at home, or not use your tablet, or not be watching TV all weekend, your child's going to learn to do the same. So find books, find magazines, find puzzles, find something interesting for you to do that is away from screen time with your kids. Share with your kids, find something to do with them, help them make a puzzle, and they're going to learn to do the same. At some point, they're going to depend less on screen time to feel that they are doing something and are going to be less cranky.
Fact number 8, you gotta pay a little more. So Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, they give you a great choice on forgetting about commercial ads. One of the things we discussed in the article is the effect that advertising can have on your kids, and it's even linked to obesity. So when you pay for a service like Netflix, you get the same content, you select the content, and at the same time you eliminate all the commercial ads. Your kid is not constantly bombarded with French fries, hamburger, pizza, stuff it in your mouth. You eliminate that factor, and what you get is clean content. You can choose what your kid watches, you can have them have their own private profile and what they can watch or not, and at the same time you eliminate the negative effects of advertising on your kids. Trust me, they're going to be bombarded enough when they start using social media, so better start mitigating that effect right now. So there you go, 8 simple options and strategies. Be sure to apply them at home, see what works, see what doesn't. If you liked it, give us a like. Anything else, honey?
We will see you next week on the next episode.
Alright, well have a great one and take care.
Bye.